The episode kicks off with the ever-intriguing figure known as the Curious, a captivating story collector who makes regular appearances at the onset and conclusion of many episodes within this series. Seated in a bustling diner surrounded by a collection of empty milkshake glasses, the Curious prompts viewers with an engaging thought. Have you ever stopped to ponder about the fate of your photos once they're uploaded onto the internet? The Curious encourages viewers to give this serious consideration, implying the potential dangers of neglecting such reflections. With this remark, the story begins. The dawn finds our protagonist Kiera deeply engrossed in perfecting her makeup. Despite having been awake for what seems like an eternity, she's still not ready for the day. Her sister and colleague Marcy, noticing the ticking clock, gently prods Kiera, signaling that it's time that they headed into work. However, Kiera, ever passionate about her morning routine, decides she needs to capture a wake-up selfie. She clicks several photos attempting to find the right angle and lighting. When Marcy emphasizes the importance of punctuality, Kiera earnestly responds, underscoring the significance she places on her selfies. Kiera's love for taking selfies is apparent, with her desire for perfection often leading to her invest a considerable amount of time on them. Later on, they arrive at their place of work. They take on the task of distributing promotional flyers for their family-owned diner, Zuko's. In the midst of this, Kiera playfully proposes skipping work on Saturday to attend a local dairy festival, yet even as she stands beside Marcy, Kiera's attention isn't on distributing the flyers. Her distraction becomes even more evident when a group of boys approach. Marcy's demeanor shifts to one of shyness, particularly around Brock, a boy she has been taking a liking to. As Marcy converses awkwardly with Brock, he comments on Kiera's selfie habit, making Marcy feel a twinge of jealousy, wondering if Brock's attention might be more focused on her selfie-obsessed sister. The moment the boys step into Zuko's, Marcy makes a heartfelt attempt to divert Kiera's attention from her phone. However, as has become the norm, Kiera is immersed in capturing just the right shot, paying little heed to Marcy's pleas. While at Zuko's, Kiera's attention constantly drifts away from her duties. Marcy diligently serves food to the boys, expecting Kiera to follow suit with their milkshakes. However, she finds Kiera engrossed in snapping selfies, amusingly posing with a milkshake straw between her lips. Despite Marcy's urging, Kiera hands over the milkshakes without even changing the used straw, a detail that doesn't escape Marcy's attention. Amidst this, their grandmother Glamps, who shares ownership of Zuko's, shares her wish with Marcy. She envisions a family portrait adorning the one vacant spot above the counter. Contrarily, their father, who's both Glam's son and a co-owner, prioritizes efficient service, firmly believing in upholding Zuko's reputation. He's insistent on the girls maintaining their pace, blissfully unaware of the extent of Kiera's photo distractions. Later, in the solitude of her room, Kiera pores over other girls' selfies, feelings of envy welling up inside her. Dissatisfied with her own snapshots, she's determined to up her selfie game. An online search introduces her to Flaw Fader, an app that promises the perfect selfie. The captivating results showcased by the app pique Kiera's interest, but before she could explore further, her mischievous younger brother Sammy grabs her phone, instigating a playful chase. Concurrently in the living room, there is a serious discussion underway between Dad, Glams, and Marcy. The trio's concerned about a series of negative online reviews targeting Zuko's. While Dad suspects competitor sabotage, tech-savvy Marcy offers to trace the source of these reviews, hinting at retaliating with a virus. Dad, however, is cautious, preferring not to tread murky waters that could further tarnish their reputation. The commotion escalates as Kiera bursts into the living room, hot on Sammy's trail, craving her stolen phone. Seizing the moment, Glams retrieves the phone and rallies everyone for the long-awaited family photo. Though the intention was for a full family shot, only Kiera and Sammy joined Glams for the photo session. Later on, Kiera, remembering their earlier conversation, asks Marcy about the festival she had mentioned. However, Marcy, with a hint of responsibility in her voice, tells her that their commitment to their dad and the diner should be their priority right now. As they chat, a lighthearted moment ensues when Kiera playfully tickles Marcy in response to a cheeky comment about her ceaseless selfie taking. Eager to share her latest discovery, Kiera excitedly introduces Marcy to the Flaw Fader app. However, Marcy, always the more cautious of the two, finds the app a bit peculiar. Unfazed, Kiera hastily skims through the app's lengthy terms and conditions, barely paying them any attention, and quickly hits accept. Marcy, displaying her usual concern, advises her to be careful. Kiera just chuckles in reply, brushing off the warning with the familiar refrain that nobody actually reads those lengthy agreements. Curiosity piqued, she tries out the app. The camera's flash is oddly intense, yet the resulting picture's nothing short of stunning. Thrilled with the result, Kira gets caught up in her usual habit of taking numerous selfies. She even takes a snapshot of her beloved toy, Dr. Giggles, and is amazed by the significant enhancement the app brings to the picture. Marcy, witnessing this transformation, is left both intrigued and perplexed. Over the next few days, Kira's obsession with the app grows, but one peculiar morning stands out. Kira, checking her notifications, finds an unusual message from Flaw Fader discussing a new gallery bid. She brushes it off as just another piece of spam, yet something's amiss. She starts to notice her vision blurring at the edges. Undeterred and attributing it to fatigue, she proceeds with her ritualistic wake-up shots. As the sisters get ready for their day at the diner, Marcy spots text messages from Brock on Kira's phone suggesting a meetup. A punch of jealousy strikes Marcy, but she hides her feelings, choosing not to make an issue of it. In an attempt to rekindle their sisterly bond, Kira surprises Marcy by revealing that she's purchased tickets for them both to the much-discussed festival. At the diner, amidst the usual hustle and bustle, Kira's in the middle of serving a dish when her phone buzzes with another mysterious gallery bid message. As she's processing the notification, a sudden scream from a child grabs everyone's attention. The child with wide eyes is pointing directly at Kira's face. Confused and anxious, Kira quickly makes her way to the restroom. In the mirror, even though her increasingly blurry vision, she witnesses a horrifying transformation. Her once distinct features are fading, leaving her face eerily blank. This situation escalates as another customer stumbles upon her altered look and reacts with a scream. Panicking, Kira pulls her hood over her head, covering as much of her face as possible, and hastily exits the restaurant, leaving behind a scene of confusion and concern. Marcy, witnessing her sister's abrupt departure, calls out to her, but Kira doesn't stop. Determined to find out what's going on, Marcy chases after Kira and, once home, confronts her not just about her abrupt departure from work, but also about the text messages with Brock. Kira, in an effort to clarify the situation, reveals that her interaction with Brock was purely to discuss Marcy. Knowing Marcy's dislike to social media, Kira had been trying to act as a bridge between the two, hoping to set up a meeting at the festival. Tears in her eyes, Kira then lowers her hood, revealing to Marcy the terrifying reality of her vanishing face. Marcy, struck by shock, screams, but her concern for her sister quickly overtakes the initial fear. She pulls Kira into a comforting embrace. Their moment is interrupted by Glams, who, sensing something amiss, inquires about the situation. Quick thinking, Marcy deflects, suggesting they're just changing clothes, and sends Glam on her way. Marcy insists they need to inform their father, but first she decides to do a bit of research. She discovers numerous complaints online about the Flaw Fader app. Many users report their faces fading away after using the app, with urgent pleas warning others not to download it. Frustrated, Marcy admonishes Kira for not reading the app's instructions thoroughly. Just then, Marcy hears familiar sounds. Sammy and Glams are playfully trying to use Kira's phone to snap pictures. Realizing the danger, she dashes towards them, managing to snatch the phone away just in the nick of time, preventing the app from potentially erasing their faces too. Amidst the chaos, Marcy's attention is drawn to the gallery bid notifications and the peculiar coins appearing beneath Kira's photos. Determined to get to the bottom of this, Marcy accesses the app's map features, which displays a specific location. Resolute in finding a solution, Kira puts on glasses, a mask, and her hood as she prepares to venture to this mysterious location. Marcy and Kira approach what seems to be the physical manifestation of the Flaw Fader app. Set in a shabby street, the exterior of the building hides its true nature. The pair hesitantly step inside, and initially they're met with nothing but darkness. But then, with a sudden burst, lights flash, illuminating rows upon rows of framed faces. Among the countless photos, they are startled to see familiar images, including the ever-smiling Dr. Giggles. However, the most shocking discovery is a picture of Kira. As Kira reaches out to touch the photo, the once static face in the frame springs to life, eyes darting around. Soon, every face in the gallery follows suit, blinking and moving with an eerie sense of vitality. Before they can react, a hologram of a menacing man materializes. He praises Kira for her impeccable face and goes on to reveal the true purpose of the Flaw Fader app. He's been curating a collection of timeless faces immune to age or decay, and those faces, including Kira's, are now commodities available for purchase. Marcy's outrage bubbles up, but the man simply points to the agreement Kiera had carelessly signed, which grants him full rights to her image. But Marcy, always the tech-savvy one, has been discreetly working her magic on her device. As the sinister man speaks, she manages to infiltrate the Flaw Fader app and plants a virus. The hologram man watches in horror as his digital empire, built on stolen faces, begins to collapse. In his desperation, he offers a deal. He'll restore Kiera's face, but only if she vows to never again share her image online. But to seal the deal, Marcy must agree to terms on a digital tablet. Without thinking, she taps accept. To their relief, Kiera's face swiftly reforms to its original state. The gallery around them erupts into chaos. The stolen faces wail in anguish before evaporating, leaving the frames empty. The man's hologram too flickers out of existence. The next day, lesson learned, Kiera commits to living a life unfiltered. She feels liberated from the obsessive need to constantly capture her own image. Meanwhile, Marcy receives an unexpected message from Brock. As she contemplates her reply, she recalls the agreement she hastily accepted at the gallery. Delving into its details, she uncovers a disturbing clause. Any future image of either sister would mean both their faces become permanent property of the Flaw Fader creator. In a moment of panic, she dashes into the living room, just in time to stop her from taking a family photo with Glams and Sammy. Their father, unaware of the danger, hands them tickets to the long-awaited festival as a reward for their hard work. But in a chilling twist, he captures a treasured family photo, unknowingly putting both his daughters in jeopardy. Closing the episode, the curious and ever-present observer retrieves his mask and offers a haunting reminder to viewers. Always be cautious with one's own image in this digital age. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.